Good morning, everybody. How are you guys doing? Wonderful, wonderful. Thank you so much for making the time to be here. Today we're doing a master class with entrepreneurs. You guys are entrepreneurs, right?
Yes, we are.
I was told that I'm talking to pregnant people. The initial briefing, they said there's some pregnant people coming. We need you to talk to them. So is this the right crowd? Are you pregnant now?
Just about.
Okay. Are you pregnant?
No, I've already given birth.
Okay. Are you pregnant?
I'm pregnant.
Are you pregnant?
Always.
Wow. Are you pregnant?
Just kidding.
Just given birth.
Yeah, men just kidding.
Wonderful. All right. I prefer dialogues as opposed to monologues. We are a small group, so I want us to interact quite a bit. Everybody in this room is smart, so I don't have all the answers, you don't have all the answers, but we're going to interact and we're going to find our way to the right answers for each and every one of us. I'm very glad that you confirmed that you're pregnant. My name is Confidence Seleme. I'm going to be your midwife for the day. So I'm going to be your midwife for the day, and the topic will reflect that very theme of birthing and growing your business. So that's the theme for today: birthing your business and growing your business. So as I said, my name is Confidence Seleme. I'm an entrepreneur. I'm a published author. I'm also a motivational speaker. One of the businesses, I actually work with entrepreneurs in terms of helping them with funding. I know a lot of the big guys, the corporates, the banks, they're not too friendly towards entrepreneurs. So we saw a gap in the market, and one of the businesses that I'm involved in is we help entrepreneurs in terms of project funding, working capital, etc. And I've got another company where we do publishing. So I've published 3 books. We help other authors as well publish their books. And then also have a speaking business, which is the sphere in which I'll be operating today. Yeah, that's me in a nutshell. So today we're doing a masterclass. So I hope you have notebooks here and there. Today's topic is birthing and growing the vision. All right, as I said, you guys are involved in a wide spectrum of businesses. So we're not going to go into the nitty-gritties of each and every business. Perhaps at the question and answer stage we can do that. But in this phase, I want us to talk principles, because principles are applicable no matter the business you're in. So whether you're in logistics, whether you're in the events business, whether you're in waste management, principles are applicable wherever you are, and you take the principle and you say, this is how it applies to my particular business. Am I making sense?
Yes.
Wonderful. So because it's a class, I'm going to give you a formula. So birthing, the formula here, it's a bit long, but bear with me. We're going to extrapolate it. We're going to go into each segment of the formula. But birthing equals I plus T plus C plus C plus F plus M plus R. A longish formula. Who did well in maths here? Okay, so I'm talking to the right people. I didn't do well in maths, by the way.
Could be I plus T plus C.
C squared. I thought about C squared. Like I said, it's always funny because I have a formula for a lot of my presentations, and it's funny because I dropped out grade 10 maths. I was horrible at maths. I was more the creative guy, always writing stories, always telling stories. I was part of the newspaper team, etc. So it's always like my formulas are a bit long because I'm not a mathematician. But I did see that it could be I plus T plus C squared plus F plus M plus R, but humor me. Okay, is everybody ready? Okay, so in the birthing of a vision, there's a quote I love by Mark Twain. He's a famous American author, philosopher. He said, the two most important days in your life are the day you are born and the day you find out why. The day you are born and the day you find out why. Ma'am, what's your birthday?
26 October.
Sir?
5 August.
Ma'am?
May 28.
10th of November.
Sir?
26 June.
So a lot of us are very in tune. We know what day we were born. But if I were to ask, why were you born? It wouldn't go as fast. There will be a lot of because it's a deeper question. And I believe entrepreneurs are the types of people who are going out there and discovering or venturing into the question of, why am I here? You're not people who have chosen to stay in the comfort zone of a job, the comfort zone of the monthly check that comes in. You've gone out there, you said, this life, I'm going to live it once. Let me go out, let me venture and find out what is my true purpose, what is my calling. So in the birthing process, we first start with I. I is internal. Right? I stands for internal. When you speak to a pregnant woman or you look at a pregnant woman, pregnancy is happening inside of her. It's not happening outside of her. But there are so many people walking around looking for answers externally when the answers are internally. There's an internal compass that you already have that is guiding you, saying, you know what, you should start this business. You should bring in these types of people. You should go into this type of sphere because you know what, your business will grow in here. So everything that you're doing begins internally. But too many people look externally for answers. When a lot of answers, you have internal wisdom. There's an internal compass that is already inside of you, that is already guiding you. What we have to do is spend time with ourselves. You know, if you never spend time with yourself, if there's nothing that you sit down and internalize, who am I? Where am I going? What do I want to do with my life? Where do I want to take my business? If you have never set time to sit down and ask yourself those questions, those very deep introspective questions, then your compass will always be going there and there. You'll never find the true north. So sitting down and realizing, you know what, this process begins internally. Pregnancy happens inside of me before it goes out of me. Before it is birth, it is inside. So you have to sit down and ask yourself, where do I want to take my business? Is where my business going aligned with my own personal vision? So that is the internal compass that always you have to be listening to, always you have to be saying, am I still going towards the direction that my internal compass is telling me to go? So the first thing, it's internal. When a woman is pregnant, it's happening inside of her, not outside of her. The second principle, timing. How long is a woman supposed to be pregnant for? 9 months. If she gives birth at 5 months, will the baby be healthy? Not.
Interventions.
With interventions. But it's called a premature baby. So there are a lot of entrepreneurs who give birth to their businesses prematurely. As an entrepreneur, there's a time that you must sit with the idea. There's a time that what that time does, it allows the baby, the idea that you have, the business that you have, it allows it to fully mature within you to the point where it's now ready to go out there. I remember the first business I started with a partner of mine. We started it just after we left college. So we went into corporate, we said, you know, we're entrepreneurs, we want to start a business, but we started it too early. Today, that business doesn't exist because it was born prematurely. So you have to set time, even if you have to go into the corporate space, because there's a lot that you learn in the corporate space that is helping to develop the idea that is already within you. So the baby that is there, because it's a seed, and seeds needs to be nourished, they need to be watered, they need to be fertilized so that they can nourish and develop. So being in a space where you're saying, I have the seed, I have the idea, I'm pregnant with the vision, But I'm going to go into a space, a time, my 9-month period, where I'm going to let this baby grow. I'm going to go and learn from people who are doing what I'm doing. I'm going to go into an environment where I can learn about processes. I can learn about, if I'm in the event space, I'm going to go into an event company and say, you know what, before I venture out, I'm going to go into this company. I'm going to learn, oh, this is who you need to call for this, and this is how you run the finances. This is how the marketing works. This is how you get the clients. So that your baby is not born prematurely, because then there will have to be interventions. The baby will not develop, will not grow to the full maturity, because why? They were born prematurely. There's already dysfunction before the baby is born. So it's important that you consider timing so that your baby can grow. So go into an environment where it will feed your baby. And then when the baby is at full maturity, ready to be popped out, they can be born. I've got a nephew who was born at just over 10 months old. And there were complications when he was born. He had to go into an incubator. But fortunately enough, he's 100% today. But it brings in another factor. A baby can be premature, but a baby can also be overdue. So some people spend, instead of 9 months, they go into month number 10, the month number 11, and then it becomes dangerous for both the baby and the mother. It could be a miscarriage, because you might say, you know what, I've been thinking about this for so long, I'm not going to do it, and then the baby aborts. So timing is very important. Shouldn't be too early, shouldn't be too late, because either direction is dangerous for the baby and for the mother. So timing is very important. Don't wait too long to give birth to your business, your idea, etc.
Excuse me.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I think for me sitting here, it is just way above.
Okay.
Explain it. And I'll tell you why. Because it's theory.
Yes.
When you talk about babies,
Mm.
you know why it's 9 months, because we
Yeah.
have history.
Yes.
And we have journals, we have statistics why it should be 9 months. Why 9 months and not 8 and not 11.
Yes.
But in business, number one, businesses are different.
Yes.
Two, when is it exactly now in practical terms?
Yes.
We're not in a class to write exams here.
Mm.
We're in a class to really take this and run with it.
True.
When do we, each one of us sitting here say, yes, it's the right time? Exactly after what has happened to say that it's the right time?
Beautiful question. Instinct. When a mother is about to give birth, does her body tell her? It tells her, now it's time, she goes into labor. You as an entrepreneur, there was a time, you say you've already given birth to your business. There was a time where internally you knew this is the right time. Your water had broken. So instinct. Everything, we have to learn as entrepreneurs to follow the instincts that we have, the natural instincts that we have. So I know, for example, if I'm an entrepreneur and I'm in a job, right? Internally, I know I'm an entrepreneur, I'm supposed to go into entrepreneurship. There is a time where in that job, it becomes so uncomfortable for me to wake up in the morning and go to that job. Because internally, I know I'm supposed to be running my own business. When I'm in that job situation, I'm always fighting with the boss. Why? Because I am a boss myself. I'm supposed to be, it means that I've gone over the 9 months. I'm in month number 10, number 11, and my body is screaming. My mind is screaming every morning saying, where are you going? So it means that you've gone past the 9 months. There's a time, even if you're an entrepreneur, you're in a business, you're working for somebody else, and you're still quite comfortable. You're learning. So you're still in month number 4, number 5, number 6. What are you doing? You're getting information. But there is a time, and your body will tell you, just as a pregnant woman, her body will tell her that it's time now to give birth. You as an entrepreneur, you will know instinctively that, you know what, this is the right time for me to give birth. Does it answer your question?
Yeah.
Awesome.
I'd also like to add that there's also signs
Yes.
from externally.
Yes.
So it's important for you to be in tune internally
Yes.
and for your eyes to be wide open,
Yes.
to take opportunities and to see the times.
Exactly.
that's going on around.
Exactly.
I'm just saying practically.
Yeah. No, on point. On
Just
point.
to stretch the idea a little
Yeah.
bit further now that she's taken and to air on it.
Yeah.
Your business,
Mm.
the one that you started and it's no more now,
Mm.
and you're saying it was not its,
It was premature.
it was prematurely
Mm.
delivered. But instinctively, you
Mm.
followed those natural instincts to deliver it at the time anyway,
Mm-mm.
or was it not?
No, 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 no. When you don't know, you don't know what you don't know. So from college, I said, you know what, I'm an entrepreneur. I didn't know what I didn't know. So I would have even started the business during college if I had the opportunity, but I needed money for registration, money for this. And some things you learn in hindsight through experience. So the ambition was there, but the maturity was not there, because pregnancy is all about maturity. So I didn't mature to a point where it was the right time. Although the ambition, because you can have ambition. If you're a pregnant woman and you say, you know what, I've been pregnant and I want to give birth, but it's month number 5, month number 6, and you say, I'm going to go to the doctor to do a C-section. You can't do that, because what? You're in a hurry to give birth. But is it time to give birth? It's not yet time to give birth. So the ambition can be there, but what you should follow is instinct. The instinct that tells you, you know what, this is the right time to give birth. And also, like I said, hindsight gives you a lot of wisdom as well. So as entrepreneurs, have you started businesses that have failed before? So that's part of the entrepreneurship journey. And you're supposed to learn. So from that business, I've learned now when is the right time to give birth. Right now, I'm in my speaking career. I'm in my other financial businesses. And they're thriving, they're doing well, because they were set in the right time. I didn't immediately after that business say, I'm going to go into this. I said, let me wait. This business has failed. Now I have to learn from my past mistakes. I have to develop my instincts. I have to develop the maturity to know, or the next business, I have to start it when I'm ready. When it is time to give birth, I have to give birth. Does that answer your question?
I'd also like to add,
Mm.
just from the birthing perspective, that not every fetus
Mm.
will survive.
Mm.
It's nature.
Mm.
So we need to be giving and forgiving
Mm.
about the birthing process.
Mm.
It's not a failure
Mm.
for a business not to be successful.
Mm.
Not every fetus survives.
Yeah, and you learn from it.
Yeah.
That's the beauty about entrepreneurship. I'm always learning, and I'm learning. As you're speaking, I'm learning, and they're learning. So whatever failures we may have, the ones that didn't make it, we learn from those, and it helps us be successful in the future. But we have to fail forward.
Forward.
Yeah.